origins.
This story claims to explain why humans suffer. It is called the Garden of Eden.
It says the first humans lived in a perfect garden and lost it by disobeying God.
God forbids them to eat from one tree. He calls it the tree of knowledge.
A serpent tells them God is lying. It says the fruit will make them wise.
The woman eats the fruit.
What is this?
The man eats it too.
God punishes them for disobedience. He condemns them to pain and death. He expels them from the garden and blocks their return. The story says, all human suffering begins here.
But there is a problem. There is no evidence this ever happened.
So where did this story come from? And why did it become so powerful?
No historical location matches Eden. No physical remains exist. Humans did not begin in a garden. They evolved over hundreds of thousands of years. Human DNA tells the same story. There was never a first pair. Genesis was written much later, long after agriculture and cities. A paradise myth already existed in Sumer. A man loses immortality through forbidden food. A serpent steals eternal life. Sacred trees appear across Near Eastern religion. Every society asks why life is painful. Eden offers a simple answer. The story places blame on humans. Suffering becomes deserved.
If disobedience called suffering, obedience becomes moral duty. God becomes the ultimate ruler. Questioning him becomes dangerous.
The forbidden object is knowledge. Knowing too much becomes a crime. Curiosity becomes rebellion. Doubt becomes sin. The story assigns fault to the woman. She becomes the cause of the fall. Male authority is justified. Female submission is explained.
Bodies become something to hide. Sex becomes tied to guilt.
Childbirth pain is explained. Labor becomes punishment. The world becomes ranked. God above humans. Humans above nature.
The story creates moral order. It explains who must obey whom.
This myth answers difficult questions and stabilizes society. Those who interpret the story gain authority. The story will not stop here. It will be reinterpreted.
The Eden story meant different things to different groups. Judaism and Christianity did not read it the same way.
In Judaism, Eden explains mortality, not inherited guilt. People are responsible for their own actions. Children are not born guilty.
Christianity needed a different explanation for why humans needed saving.
The Apostle Paul reinterpreted Eden. He linked it to Jesus.
Adam becomes the source of sin. Jesus becomes the cure.
Sin is no longer personal. It is inherited at birth. Augustine formalized the idea. Original sin became doctrine. Sex becomes tied to the fall. Desire becomes suspect. Only the church can remove the stain. Baptism becomes necessary. Salvation now requires mediation. The church gains power. Even newborns are affected. They must be cleansed.
Eden is no longer just a story. It becomes a permanent condition.
The myth is now locked into belief and passed down the generations.
This version of Eden spreads across empires and shapes the future.
Eden becomes a story about human nature. People are taught they are broken.
Guilt becomes permanent. It is built into identity.
Obedience becomes a virtue. Submission becomes moral. The myth creates stability. It explains suffering and preserves order. The story travels with expanding empires. It shapes laws and culture. For centuries, Eden becomes a frame for reality. People understand life through it. Modern science challenges the story, but the belief survives. Myths do not disappear easily. They are tied to power.
Eden teaches that suffering has a cause, and that cause is human.
It is one of humanity's oldest explanations for why life is hard.